All right, welcome to New Zealand, Youngblood.
Oh, mate, I am so happy to be here, honestly.
I'm just sorry that the weather's so crap today.
Oh, brother, do you know what? I kind of like the rain. There's a heat wave in the UK, so I've been walking around with my mouth open.
I interviewed an artist in the UK yesterday. It was like 7 a.m. their time, and it was already 28 degrees.
Brother, it's not very good over there at the minute. Honestly, like,
wild.
people think I'm a bit mental because I literally have been walking around trying to catch water in my mouth. It's like, why is that guy with red hair just like got his mouth open in New Zealand?
And it must have been wild because you've played a couple of festivals recently.
Oh, dude, it's been all right, actually, because we've been in Europe, but apparently the UK's been the worst place for it, which is very odd.
Not the vibe.
Not the vibe.
It's odd for the UK as well, because when I think of the UK, I think of rain, I think of it being cold.
This is what I'm saying. Everyone needs to recycle right now.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
That's what I'm saying. Like, put it in the right bin, bro.
Kylie Jenner, turn your jet off.
That's what I'm saying. Turn it off.
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
So good. I am obsessed with the new track, Don't Feel Like Feeling Sad Today.
Oh, do you like it?
Love it.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's one of those songs that I feel like if you're in a sad mood, makes you feel happy, and if you're in a happy mood, it just makes you feel even happier.
Dude, that was it. I think, like, this whole record, this whole album has that thing within it. You know what I mean? It's got this spirit, this driving thing. Kind of, like, I don't know how long I was going to keep that up for then. But, you know what I mean? It's got this, like, driving feeling. That I just want people to get out of bed. You know what I mean? I think, like, everything I want to do in my life is I want to dedicate my whole life, not just my career, to making people feel like they can be who they are. And a lot of people get down, and a lot of people are sad. And, the amount of people I meet who are really struggling, I just want my music to be a bit of medicine for them. You know what I mean? And a bit of a cuddle, or a bit of, like, a kiss.
That's genuinely one of the things that I love the most about you. Like, I saw that video you posted with the young dude, Ruben.
Ruben.
Yeah. Like, and the fact that you're just out here living your authentic self, doing what makes you happy, but also creating a safe space for other people who may not necessarily fit into what is normal, whatever the fuck normal is.
Yeah, so that's the thing, I think, to be honest, like, with it all, like, I feel so honoured to stand next to them. And I never want it to end. I never want to become too unaccessible or a rock star in inverted commas. You know what I mean? I'm literally one of them. This is a movement. It's a culture. It's an idea. It's an identity. It's not about songs, really. You know what I mean? It's like the songs are secondary. It's about the idea and the feeling. You know what I mean? I would watch the Sex Pistols. I would watch David Bowie. I would watch Gaga. I would watch Madonna. I would watch these artists when I was young and confused and needed an answer, and I was like, I want to be just like that. That's what I want. You know what I mean?
Is that where the idea for Youngblood came from?
I mean, can I tell you something? What it was they ran with it. Really, it was them who like. I just got to a point in my life where I was so sick of being kind of looked at like I was a weirdo or being feeling like I was silenced, and I really think Youngblood came on a wave that crashed, a generational wave, a generational idea that like I think the songs and the message and the angst and the attitude represented a generation. That's why it got so big so quickly. You know what I mean? And it was them who took it. You know what I mean? I released 3 songs and put some pink socks on and put some black hearts on my fingers. And then I would meet people, and like I'm talking like 1,000 people, you know what I mean, would follow me on Instagram and be like, I really relate to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I was like, what, really? They're like, yeah, no one's saying this in rock music. No one's saying this in pop music. I was like, whoa, well, I've got so much more to say like that. You know what I mean? And then 10 turned to 1,000, 1,000 turned to 10,000, 10,000 turned to 100,000. Now it's like 10 million people all over the woruld.
That is so sick. And the fact that you have created that space for people, I think, is the coolest part of this entire thing.
Dude, and that's the thing. It's like, that's it. That's what Youngblood is. It's us.
I think that's music in general. Like, you can listen to a song that an artist has written and listen to the lyrics and completely relate to whatever they have experienced, but you relate it in your own way.
Completely. And that was it with this album. This new album is very kind of personal to me, but I think it's going to be the most relatable because what turned from we and here's a story about this and this is what my generation's mad about and this is turned to I don't feel like feeling sad today. I wish I could let go of all the memories I know. I've been dancing at my funeral. I feel left out. It's all right, mate. I cry too. These are like some of the lyrics off the album. So you can put those words in your mouth.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? And say them as you would.
It makes it personal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's cool. Like I really haven't written like that before. I just wrote what I felt in that moment up until now. Like, if I heard a story, write it, release it, write it, release it. Doesn't matter the genre, blah, blah, blah. But with this record, I really got to sit in the emotions, and I really got to I just tried to take my time a little bit more.
That's one thing I also love about you. When you're on social media or at a meet and greet or whatever, you're very open about how you're feeling. Like, if you're having a crap day, you'll post about it and talk to people about it and make it feel okay that if you're having a bad day, it's not going to last forever. And it's, it's a feeling you can feel.
I think that's it. I think with it all, I think music and art needs truth more than ever right now.
Big time.
You know what I mean? I think like the age of kind of the understatement, like, lol, to quote the last Shadow Puppets, you know what I mean, is kind of over. It's like the age of me kind of been on a pedestal as an artist. I'm here to destroy the pedestal.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I mean? It's like the pedestal is a lie. It's you hiding.
The other thing I find really interesting about this age, everything is so digital and we're so able to get information and knowledge that, especially with like kids are wildly intelligent because they're so, like, it's so easy for them to access all of this information and things that I never thought about when I was a kid. I see kids talking about on social media or like have had conversations with kids, and like they're so clued up on everything that's going on in the world.
Oh, dude, legitimately, I just think like I think that's the difference kind of between our generation and the previous ones. You know what I mean? A lot of people give me stick like, well, it's all been done before, it's all been said before, all that rubbish. But it's so interesting now because we are unlike any other because of the access to the amount of information we have and what we can do with it.
Totally.
And it's a very, we have to really treat it with care.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of power. And, you know what I mean, a lot of people can use it for bad, and a lot of people have used it for bad and to spread hate and misunderstanding into the world. But I'm here to fight for the other part. I'm like, to be honest, everyone called me a punk, and I don't like it when people do that. I'm all about love me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you feel like punk comes with negative connotations?
I just think it comes with a rule book.
Yeah.
Based on an ideology that started in the 70s.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. But punk isn't punk. It's a feeling.
Totally.
Do you know what I'm saying? Punk isn't a safety pin in your ear, even though I do have a safety pin in my ear. What a contradiction. You know what I mean? But it's about an energy and a feeling and an expression without censorship.
Yeah. And
I think like rock and roll music put so many rules on its own genre that it was almost the antithesis to rock.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
It's like, hello, we're the punks. You have to do this, this, and this, which is the least punk thing ever. Just makes me roll my eyes.
Yeah, it almost makes like a group of people, and you have to do a particular thing to fit in.
And I'm like, that's fascism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Legit. 100%.
Big word.
I'm like, it's very early on a Wednesday. I'm like, fascism.
I'm down, but you know what I mean?
Learned about that in history. But what does it mean?
Dude, I love it. That's so sick. I just love that we get onto topics like this.
So good.
We're going to be mates, I can tell.
I bloody hope so. So the album, Youngblood, it's out on September the 2nd.
It is.
I've had a whole bunch of messages from fans on Twitter. They want to know, what is your favorite song on the album right now?
Oh, wow. What is my favorite song? There's a song called Tissues on it, which is I love that. There's a song called I Cry Too, which I love. There's a song called The Boy in a Black Dress, which I really love too. That's going to be a fan favourite, I can tell.
Bring on September 2nd.
Oh, dude, bring it on. Honestly, pre-order it. The greatest frisbees too.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I mean? Take the vinyl out, use it as a frisbee. Honestly. That was an amazing sound. Can we do that again? Bruv, no, like that should be a sound effect.
Just don't break the
don't break
vinyl.
it. Don't break it.
So many cool colours as well. There's a red one.
There's a red one, there's a see-through one, there's a pink one, there's a regular black one. I think that's it. Oh, yeah, and there might be another edition coming too.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at me, manager. What a sleaze.
He's got the pistols up. So good. I saw online that you're a fan of a shoey.
Yes.
Can we expect a shoey tonight?
Probably. I mean, to be honest, it was very funny. The same manager, young Adam, sweet Adam. Can you hear me outside? Oh my God, they can hear me in the studio. So basically, I was like, do a shoey out your own shoe last night, because he's never done it, and he's always, he speaks like this. He's like, I really want to do a shoey when I'm down there. Oh, it looks really fun. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, bruv, now's your time. I was like, take your shoe off, because I didn't want to take mine off. I didn't want a wet foot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is technically supposed to be your mate's. But I took his shoe off, poured it in, and then he drank it last night, and he was buzzing. Weren't you happy?
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Honestly, he was proper excited, but then he wanted to change his shoes. I was like, nah, I put them on. You gotta. That's part of the crack.
It's the experience.
You got to walk with a wet foot. He's like, I'm going to get trench foot. But if someone throws a shoe on stage, I'll definitely do a shoey.
Megan, I'm taking an extra stew. I mean, stew?
A stew? No, bring me a stew, actually. Okay. I'd love a stew. I love
a
stew.
Stew and a shoe.
Maybe
I won't throw the stew at you, though.
Nah, bro, that'll get messy. Not yet. What we'll do is throw the shoe, I'll do the drink, and then I'll eat the stew with you after the show.
That sounds like a plan. I'm into it.
What chaotic radio. It's just chaos.
Welcome to New Zealand.
Oh, literally. Youngblood's here.
Let's go. You have done some incredible collaborations. You've worked with the likes of Willow, KSI, Polo G. One of my favorite songs ever, 11 Minutes.
Ah, beautiful. That went crazy down here. It was wild.
It hits me every time it comes on shuffle. Like, it's still in every single one of my playlists. Who would you say is an artist right now that you'd love to work with?
Right now that I'd love to work with? Wow. Okay, let me think. I'm kind of into what Demi's doing at the minute. They're kind of cool. You know what I mean? Doing a bit of rock and roll music. I'd love to work. I like Little Uzi Vert too.
Sick.
I think that'd be mental because we're quite bizarre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something off the cuff. 21 Pilots.
That would be.
That'd be a good match. Or I'd love to do some of My Chemical Romance, obviously.
Make it happen. Come on, universe.
Yeah,
bring
so I mean,
it.
that's what I'm saying. If they want to call me back.
Have you slid into the DMs?
I don't think the DM. You know what I mean? My Chem aren't real DMers, I don't think.
Yeah, probably not, actually.
It's more like I think, you know what I mean? I think they're kind of just doing the thing and someone's putting it up for them.
If anybody has a phone number...
if anyone's got a Gerard Wade's number, gives me.
Yeah, just
please.
Just hit us up.
Slide it my way.
Right here, right now. On the show, we play a lot of up-and-coming artists.
Love it.
Do you have any advice to someone who either is just getting started in music or wants to get into music?
Absolutely. I would say, like, find your voice, I think, is the most probably poignant thing that you can say. You know what I mean? I think, like, what makes you different to everybody else? You know what I'm saying? This is from my perspective, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sometimes not the best person to ask because I'm quite opinionated, you know what I mean? But it's like, I always say, find your voice and find your community and meet every single person who comes to your show.
Yeah.
Destroy the pedestal. Sorry, mate, you ain't that cool. You know what I mean? That's what I always say. It's like, the adoration that you have for your community needs to be the same as they have for you, or it's not going to work.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, we're the luckiest people in the world to be able to do this. Never take that for granted. And then just work hard and be nice to everyone. You know what I mean? I think, like, honestly, look people in the eye and see them. I think I would say.
Yeah. That's such great advice. And one thing that I love that artists are doing now, you know, back in the day when it would be like you'd have a song that you're going to release and you'd keep it a secret and you wouldn't tell anyone about it. Whereas now it's like people are posting videos on TikTok or Instagram about how they make the songs before they even come out. It's so cool.
Dude, that's to be honest, we've played like 4 songs off the new record. We played it at Glastonbury on the telly. It's not even out. I would never do that a year ago. But I was like, yeah, whatever. I was like, what, start to finish? I was like, yeah. And what?
And what?
That's what I mean.
People are going to hear it soon. It's
that's
just kind of
what I'm saying.
Right now.
It gives you a little, like, taste.
And then the real fans will find that video online and they'll watch the whole thing and they'll know the lyrics when the song comes out.
I remember before Leroy released Stay, he played a little bit on Beats One. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh. And I remember watching that video
Yeah.
like 10 times. I'm like, this is mental. This song's amazing.
So good. One thing I also love to do is give artists an opportunity to give a shout out to an up and coming artist. Who is someone you're listening to at the moment who's up and coming?
Who is someone I'm listening to that's up and coming? I like an artist from the UK called Willow Kane. I don't know if it's a little bit like MIA garage house vibes.
Yeah, sick.
They're cool. You know what I mean? You should check them out.
I will definitely.
Yeah,
check them
Willow
out.
Kane, shout out all the way from New Zealand.
Yeah,
New Zealand.
Youngblood, you're an absolute king. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. I love you.
Can't wait for the show tonight.
Oh, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be pretty wild.
I will be there getting wild. 100%.
I honestly, like, it's great. Love you, New Zealand. Big kisses.